What's up, guys? It's your boy Jamaica here, coming at you with another deck tech. This is my Affinity deck wins deck. I was thinking about like what's good in the format right now with the PD500 coming in about a week from this recording. But if I had to guess, like I think the best decks are like Oops, All Spells, Blue Red Tempo, like Green Post, and there's like smatterings of other decks like Hypergenesis, like other red decks. There's a ton of good decks, honestly. Oh, the any like Jokel Hops or Jeskai and Soul style decks. Those are all like really good options. There's a lot of good options this season. I think the season was really good. But there hasn't been a lot of mono red. I think like mono red can kind of like cut through a lot of the decks except Hypergenesis. I think Hypergenesis mono red is such a lopsided Hypergenesis matchup, but those decks are kind of wonky. I don't know. So I've been trying to think about like different mono red shells, and I really actually really like Shrapnel Blasts. I just like big bursts of damage really quickly, and Price of Progress I think is really well positioned, though it is in my sideboard. But I got going for this like weird hybrid sort of like affinity style mono red. There are like affinity mono red style decks, and they're just mono red decks. So this is kind of like the merging of the two. Starting with the lands, 21 of them, although a bunch of Spikefoot Hazards, which these like multi-dimensional face cards, whatever you call them, they're great. I mean, you get to cheat on lands, and this card is actually pretty decent in some aspects. Playing like factories over something like Barb Ring, just got the artifact count for like basically Shrapnel Blast. So there's basically like 24 artifacts for Shrapnel Blast. That's pretty cool. Rapid Battery, Reinforced Ronin. Ronin's really great with like Shrine or like Patrick Automaton. So it's like a 1 mana 2/2. It's always fun. Rapid Battery is not as good, but it's a haste thing, and you can equip it to other random creatures. You don't have a ton of creatures in this deck, but it's not bad. I think it's fine as like a red artifact that does something. Synthesizer is not something you see often, but it is kind of a card that keeps the cards flowing. It's a cheap artifact for Shrapnel Blast, which is great, and for Patchwork. It's also red for Shrine, so that's always really good. That just keeps the cards flowing. Like I said, a lot of the curve is very, very low, so this card's pretty great, and it can make a dude. I guess that's kind of fine. Automaton's like not super strong in this deck, but you do need some sort of 2 drops. Like I guess most of the time, 2 drops are gonna burn something or play a shrine, but this guy's fine. It can get kind of big if it's like left. Like as Ward 2 is almost hexproof, right? But it can get pretty big with like bouncing back Rodents over and over or whatever. So it's not bad. I think it's not a bad card. Shrine again, kind of splitting off between like Affinity and Red deck, but I think it's a really strong card. It's a really strong option to have. Like there are a ton of red spells that are also artifacts, so that kind of helps the Shrine out. So you're not playing like full thing. It's an excellent alternate winning con. Other than just like I think its deck's actually like a bird deck first, and then like an attacking deck second. Because like look at all the burn spells you got: Burst Lightning, Play with Fire, Incinerate, Shrapnel Blast, all pretty like just like balls to the wall, head first, doming people. Let's why not? Let's just like burn people out. It's not a lot of decks that like do that anymore, and like you get synthesizer just kind of like keep the cards flowing. So I think the deck could really work out. The last like kind of flex slot here is Ferocodon, banned card in some standard format way back when, but I like the card. I like the card overall. Just kind of like closes the door on just like having your opponent play with a bunch of creatures and whatnot. And I think it's a pretty good card overall. Sideboard's mostly built to beat the bad matchups for like the hops decks, like the Just Kind of Soul. So full 4 Price of Progress for all those greedy mana bases. I think mana bases have gotten super greedy lately, so the full 4 price should really come in a lot of matchups. Probably should be main deck, but I'm gonna keep it in the sideboard for now. Shattering Blow mostly for the hops decks, things like that. Whip Flare actually pretty great against like Orzhov Midrange. They have a lot of small creatures, but I think that they probably should board those out and maybe like kind of um play like a longer game. But this card's pretty great, especially in the mirror too. All the creatures are artifacts here, or just like Froston doesn't really care about Whip Flare, so Whip Flare is actually just one-sided wrath in some matchups. Combust mostly for blue red, but you can kill like Obsidat with it. That's pretty good. And Silent Gravestone mostly for oops. That matchup's actually really bad on paper, so you just have to mulligan to this and then try to kill them as quickly as you can. So yeah, gonna play in a tournament today, so at least 4 rounds. as far as like my choice of deck for PD500, I'm not sure if this is it, but I do want to explore it just a little bit. I think red deck is pretty reasonable. I don't know when I'm actually going to play, but you can figure it out. It'll be streamed on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Mecha. The link is in the description below, so go ahead and follow that. Or if you like this video, like, follow, subscribe it. Let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, the next video after this will be the PD500 VOD, so make sure you're tuned in for that. So here we go. A mono red run. Let's see if we can burn some people out. Alright, round 1. And I will mulligan this hand. But I will keep this hand. I'm gonna actually bend the land here. I don't know what order I should go in. Hey, how's it going, Roberto? Well, now I'm gonna go reinforce run in, because the rabbit already gets kind of stuffed by the 1-2. Or I guess I could go like Rapid Battery, don't attack. If I draw a mountain, I can just attack. Play this Burst Lightning. I can only imagine next turn they're just gonna like play a thing. I'm gonna attack with the Ronin. Roberto, did you do the thing on Facebook for your party? Is your birthday next weekend? I heard you want to go bowling. Okay. This factory is actually really bad at casting spells here. It's actually pretty crazy. They haven't done anything, so I don't know what they could have. I like Ronin a lot. I do like Ronin. Well, next Saturday, I am somewhat available, at least after the PD500 stream next Saturday. So after that, I will be available. So if you're doing something, let me know. Assuming I don't win the entire thing, but I will be probably streaming the entire event, which would be at least like 6-7 hours, something like that. I forget how long the last one went. At least the Ronin plays around stuff like Vindicate, or whatever. But if they Vindicate my mountain, it's actually a really heads up play, because that'd be really bad for me. It's longer. Okay, Fiend. Fiend is not a big deal. I have multiple removal spells. I think it's longer. Oh no. Let me see where if I have the last VOD still available. Ascension code. YouTube won't really tell me how long the VOD was. But yeah, they're pretty long. They're at least like a 7-8 hour stream. So they took the Ronin, which is fine. It's just a little loud for me. I'd really love to play the Ferocidon, but I think that just like gets stuffed by a reveal spell. Shrine. Shrine's not bad, but Shrine gets like... I feel like anything I do here just kind of gets like removed somehow. But if I do nothing, it's just like really bad. I mean, I can always just hold a burn or factory here. So maybe I just do nothing. I have the good blocks. But now they feel good to vindicate me, and they know I haven't drawn a mountain. So if I get vindicated, it's gonna be crazy. Happy Thursday. Thanks, Flacco, for the 25 months. Appreciate it. But yeah, this is a really good vindicate turn. I could actually like block with the factory here. This is a wild attack. This is actually a pretty wild attack. They know I have 3 burn spells in my hand. I think they're beating me to actually block with the factory. I will not abide by this. They can also have Cloud Shift, which is okay. They're gonna. This seems so like not even that great. I think I'd rather have this as an O ring, given my hand. Given that they know my hand, I don't know, but I don't know. I'm fine with it, but I don't think it's great. Like they're gonna get back like the Ronin, I guess, or another burn spell and try to like cheese me this way. Or they could have multiple disease and they just like don't care. They're gonna blink again. Oh wow. So they get to remove, I guess, both removal spells now. That's actually okay. The plan's coming along. What if I just blocked with the factory? Or I don't know. So this doesn't come back until their next turn. So they're gonna take the thing again. I actually need to play this. I think. Especially for Ferocidon. I really want the Ferocidon to come into play. So I will play this. I'm gonna play the Shrine out. Let's get this going. At least if they like vindicate me, they can like take a while. And they did excuse me. Because they didn't really gosh. Because they didn't really take the burn spell, then I mean I can still kill this. What if they take, I'll just kill it. So they decided to take the play with fire. Let me get some water. Alright, Shambling Vent is kind of a big deal, but that's why I play Ferocidon. To negate some life. I'm really worried about like an Obsidat or like a Baneslayer, Lyra, whatever. I'm really worried about the 5-drops. Alright, so I'm gonna touch the Burning Tree or Burning Rage. That's fine. I mean, I'm fine with this. I'd love a land. Land, I can like deploy 2 things here. Or just or worse, I just kill this, kill that, or something. I don't know. Alright, it's another shrine. Hmm. I kinda like shrine here. If they had the 4th O-ring effect, then I want the Ferocidon to be the last thing standing, especially against this Shambling Vent. Alright, why not? The humans are going very slow, so it's like they're definitely like ahead. For the shrine. Yeah, get all these creatures out before I drop this Ferocidon on you. Incinerate's really good. Incinerate's actually pretty great against the Shambling Vent. I actually might want that. No, I'm gonna play the Ferocidon here. This is gonna suck though if they go like Doomblade attack, especially if they have a land drop to make the Shambling Vent attack. Rabbit Battery actually is really good at reconfiguring here with the equipment. It's really funny. This is an Obsidat. Oh, Blood Chief Thirst. Okay. A little annoying, but it's okay. So might be just a game where I just try to like shrine them out. They have 2 cards left. They have to play one of their big 5-drops to really do a lot of work. Alright, land's good. I'm gonna play the Rapid Battery and I'm gonna attack. I think I have to incinerate the Shambling Vent And I think I'm just going upstairs with the play with fire. I think I definitely just, like, want that to happen. It's funny that they attacked, because they know I had this rapid battery. Actually, but I mean, I'm sure they want to end the game. Alright, Sculler, a bit unfortunate here. I think I just dumped my hand onto them. Which I'm totally fine with. This could be a bait, though, to, like, vindicate my shrine, which is getting really big. It's already gonna be, like, 8 counters next turn. I'm gonna bottom that. Great. I love it. Now, now any burn spell kill, well, any one-drop burn spell kills here. Except for, Spikefield Hazard. Okay, that's almost death. I have to wait, though. So if they attack, they go to 13. So yeah, even with the Shambling Vent attack here, I think I just kill them. Because this takes them to 10. This goes to 10 after my upkeep. So we'll take this. So go to 2. Gonna turn Incinerate. Could have actually blocked, too. I don't know why I didn't block. Bloop. I love Shrine. It's such a great alternate win con. I might be actually playing A in this match in this like deck. Alright, so I love Combust in this matchup against the 5-drops. I love Whip Flare too. Whip Flare's gonna be really good against a lot of their creatures. I don't know if I need to be messing with like external synthesizer, honestly. Or maybe like Patchwork. Patchwork's pretty good. It's hard to die. It doesn't really die very well. Ronin kind of gets stuffed really fast, but um, it's hard to kill, I think. There's decks also like Source Seed removal, so it's actually not that bad to have something like this. Rapid Battery actually doesn't seem super great, but I can cut a couple of these. Maybe. I kind of like most of the burn, but I mean, I have Whip Flare, so it's like very similar. I definitely need something to kill Shambling Vent, so I can keep these. I like just shave some cards. I could like shave one of these. I might just cut all the batteries, actually. I don't think they're very good in this particular matchup. Actually, I want to keep the synthesizer. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut the hazard, which seems really weird. Or maybe the patchwork. I think patchwork's a lot worse when I kind of like the rapid batteries. So I'm gonna do something like this. Just full on burn. And if they play Warship, I might just die. So we'll see. Warship's gonna be a big deal. I think if they have a Warship plan, it's gonna be not great. We'll see. I like this hand. I'll keep. I'm gonna round out the shrine here. Switch to two of them now. Black Lance Paragon. Pretty great against the Spikefield Hazard deck. I see a Vindicate on the Shrine. Shrine's pretty good. Wow. Wow. I am impressed by that. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna look for my land drop here, the synthesizer. It's a rough one to see. I think I have to play the Spikefield Hazard now. Just funny enough. Just so I can get the 3 mana for a shrine eventually. That's a very aggressive, like, Vindicate. Especially if, like, a deck of low curve is mine. I guess you have... Okay. We're doing this. I love it. I love it. I don't... I feel great about it, because I'm going to keep drawing lands, I think. I think. See? I'll play the factory out. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I think I might just end of turn. No, end of turn Trap Blast doesn't seem very good. Trap Blast stacking the Frenzy, or the Synthesizer. I feel like I want some sort of value out of it. I can play a second Shrine. Second Shrine's not bad. I'm gonna hold. I'm just gonna hold. They can play like a 5-drop I want to kill. So I'm really not like scared. I could kill the Shambling Event. That'd be pretty great. They serve a Shambling Event here. Interesting. Alright, I'll take it. Campbell. Campbell, I think I do have to kill. Fortunately, I have to take 2 for this. Alright, I think I'll just start plopping Ferocidons and see what happens. Wasteland Strangler. That's pretty good. What do I have in exile? I have the Shroud. Oh my god, I did it to myself. Oh, I did it to myself. The Synthesizer exiled the Trap Blast, so now it goes my graveyard. That's unfortunate. Where's that Whip Flare I was talking about? This guy's been going to town, too. I've ignored this guy completely. Alright. Hazard's pretty good. I can Hazard, maybe block. Hazard, block with Factory does not seem very great. I could Synthesize. I could make a guy draw a land. Oh. That might be the play here, actually. Draw a land, play the Hazard. Yeah. Okay, make a guy. Oh, gosh. This is so bad. Maybe any rules while I just die here. This is fine. I'll go to 1. I like to live dangerously. I'd love a land. Ooh, that's gonna kill me. That actually might kill me here. This Thraben Inspector might actually kill me here. Okay, pop the clue now. Um, yeah, I think I'm dead here. Okay, great. They ignored my shrine, and I guess like mitigated my land flood, which I did flood. I think I flooded out pretty hard. Interesting. Okay. Um. Hmm. I wonder if I'm supposed to actually keep the batteries in. I don't think I am. I think I still like the whip flare plan, especially they're like so many small creatures. They really just ignored the shrine. That was amazing. I think kind of synthesizer for another creature just to block. This is really hard to kill, so they don't. It doesn't get very big though, but we'll see. Pretty overall confident though with the sideboard plan. All right, on the play where I want to be. I will. Huh. Say it's interesting. Patchwork doesn't seem very great. It's not like a ton of things. I'm gonna keep though. This is kind of not a great hand, but I think I'm gonna get this Patchwork going. If it does even go. Alright, Temple O Silence. Very dude heavy hand. But Ward 2 is basically hexproof, so basically hexproof. Ooh, they have a slow hand. Raven Inspector? Okay. Why Mono Frostodon? So that's the plan. And I'm gonna play all of them. I'm definitely gonna try to play all of them. Remember when this card was banned in Standard? That's good times. Good times. Kitchen Finks. Great card. Okay, I'm gonna play another Ferocidon here. An attack. If they try to double block, I get to kill the Finks. And they don't really gain any life, which is why the Finks is good here. you typically, and now they just take 2 because of it. So no life is gained. They take 2. And I kill their Flavor Inspector. Awesome. They have some sort of Wrath effect, though. It's going to be pretty devastating. I can see them playing like Legion Angel here. And just trying to double block Campbell. Well, Campbell doesn't really help out against my hand. If I draw to the burn spell, though, it's going to be so funny. I guess I could throw away a Ferocidon here to kill the Campbell. Or I could, like, maybe No. I could sacrifice his factory to get in for, like, 6. And then play another Ferocidon here. Yeah, I actually like that attack. I can also just attack with everyone. Yeah, I'll just attack with everyone. This guy's not doing anything. They could just make some, like, reasonable blocks, I guess. Like, block. Because my hand's just mono creatures. They want to trade? Well, that's not really... I mean... I guess that kind of works out. I guess. I don't know. Alright. I'll play another Ferocidon. Take 2 for it, but it's okay. I'm fine with this. I'm gonna draw like a Shrapnel Blast out. I'm gonna look really stupid. because I just threw away all my artifacts. It's Obsidat. Obsidat, I don't mind Obsidat being here. They're gonna try to blink this out. If these trying to blink this, they're just dead. What an attack. Okay. I was like, I'm fine with Obsidat. I'm fine with this. You just killed yourself. I have 3 minutes, guys. I don't know. I'm cool. I'm good with that. All right, round two. I like this hand. Like Ronin kind of plays well with patchwork here. I'm gonna keep. Doom engine. You could. I think you could do that in this format. Crash through. Awesome. I'm gonna just lead with Ronin here. It's actually pretty great. I have double Ronin. I have the third land, so these patchworks can get really big. They join in the buy. It's not. Yeah, I mean, especially when a game. The buy is pretty good. Buys are pretty sweet. Okay, my opponent's not doing anything, so Patrick's pretty great in these like pseudo red mirrors. It's basically hexproof. Basically hexproof, right? I actually don't know how red's gonna effectively deal. I mean, I guess they could like play a third land and burst lighting this down with 3 mana. That's really sad. I'll take that trade all day. All right, they're gonna lock. Okay, that's what they're gonna do. I love it. All right, patchwork here, Ronin. Just like Neo Kamigawa intended. Now they need like, I mean, they could like burst lightning this down with 3 mana, which I think it's worth it. At this point, if they let me, yeah, if they let this happen, I think they just die to it. But this is great for me. I mean, they take so much turns to like kill this, and now like the Ronin just kind of keeps going, keeps chugging. I'm gonna upkeep Scry, or wait, wrong stop. I'm gonna upkeep Scry here. Just trying to set up my draw. I actually like Factory. I'm gonna keep this on top. Like any other land, I would have binned here, but I'm gonna get the Factory going. I could play the Hazard though, the set burst lighting kicker. Maybe. I might just draw another land at some point. They have a Barbering, 4 mana, or 4 cards in their graveyard. But they also have 4 mana, so pretty ahead on life here. So I think burning is a pretty easy burnout. This gets to set up another draw here. Synthesizer. Do I want Synthesizer? Yeah, I don't think it's any worse than like a land. At worst, it makes a guy that like annoys my opponent. Shrap Blast is a good one. We'll Shrap Blast them. Sure. Sure. Oh, if I had to land, well, they're just dead to the Ronin anyway. They actually took one to do that. They actually could have lived. I don't understand why they started burning me. Like the Ronin, they could have just incinerated the Ronin there. Maybe they're just like assuming they're dead. They are kind of dead though. They knew my hand had a bunch of burn spells in it. So I wanted to just do anything except burn me. I don't know what they're playing. I did see in between games that they were playing Shrine of Burning Rage. I will bring in the Shattering Blows. other than that, I don't really know what else I could play versus. Um, yeah, I don't really have much for this. I could let synthesizers, I suppose. It kind of lowers the land count though for the artifact count for blast, but it is what it is. I wouldn't. I don't know. Try to figure that out, I guess. But I think just like plain old. I think you can put any amount of red cards in a deck with Price of Progress, and it'll be really good. I don't know what the best red deck version is. I mean, the artifact version is really good. Just like plain red deck is always fine. I'm gonna keep this hand. This is interesting. Okay, Noble. I think I might just like kill with the hazard here. I drew the third land, so it makes me feeling better here. But yeah, there's a lot of different versions of red deck you could play. Ooh, missed the kept the one lander with the crash through. It's a little unfortunate for them. I have drawn a lot of lands. I think if I like put the rabbit battery on the Ferocodon, I don't. It's gonna be really hard to kill. Festival Crasher. Hmm. I think I might just kill it. Yeah, I like killing here. I'm just continually getting in with my rabbit battery. X3s are actually pretty hard to kill. So when I have the incinerate for it, I think I just have to use it. Okay. I think they're gonna take a slower approach now. I think this game to be determined by maybe the Mishra's Factory here. Okay. I like that. Alright, Ferocodon. You also need Incinerate now. I do have the attack with Factory, Shrap Blast them. 7-point swing here. That's kind of fun. I probably end a turn burst signing if they don't do anything to affect the board. Um, they do need a blocker for this. I mean, they need two blockers, honestly. But this guy's really annoying. Okay. They're gonna two spell it. I guess they use a lava dart. Oh, they have another lava dart in their hand. Great. I will bolt or bird sighting them. I'm gonna get in now while the getting's good. They don't have like double lava dart to kill because they only have one mountain. Okay, they found a crasher. Um, if I burst lightning them, let me think. If I burst lightning them now, and then I draw another shock, I can kill them. Or I could just like hold burst lightning here for this thing. I don't think they can one shot me. Are they playing like assault? I don't really know. I think I'll just go to my next turn. Rabbit Battery is pretty funny. Well, I can't do everything all at once. I can't like factory, reconfigure, attack, then Shrap Blast? What can I do here? Actually, if I reconfigure here, I can block. So actually what I'll do is attack or activate. Uh Play this, reconfigure onto the factory here. Attack. If they just take it, then they go to 6, and then this thing falls off and becomes a creature again. That's kind of cool. But I don't think I can get comboed from this scenario, the famous last words. But we'll see. I can also just attack with either thing, and, like sacrifice Rat Battery to block here. I don't know. Maybe I'm playing very greedy here. I could just kill this. I could have just killed this and just continued on with my life. But okay, they're gonna Lava Dart. Oh, wow. So they're gonna Lava Dart me just to trade this. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That didn't work out even better than I wanted. I think that worked out really well for me. Maybe they just had a couple land problems here, but this is kind of a cleanup there. Alright. Goodbye, battery. Yeah, unfortunate for my opponent. Barb Ring's so awkward in the mirror, pseudo mirror. Just kind of pings you to death. Alright, round 3. Yeah, mono red list. I think they're playing Orzhov tokens, which Proton love, so I actually gotta keep this. I'm gonna keep this hand too. It's a little bit of a slower hand though. It's actually kind of a that's kind of a ridiculous card to start with. It's actually kind of like a really awful matchup. As far as like creatures are concerned, creatures really aren't effective against decks like this, so. But let's see if they have actual removal spells here for the Frostmon. I'm gonna lead with Shrine. Just a great alternate win con when it can't attack with creatures. Leyline of the Meek. They do have access to black, so they have like Vindicate, stuff like that, so. I like foresee this being a big deal for them. They're probably just Vindicates right now. Oh, souls. Okay, just take 2. I guess I could also just race this. Hmm. It's a lot of Shrapnel Blasts. I think I'm just gonna try to race with the Shrine here. I could double Shrap Blast here. Um and then just kill them with the Shrine next turn. It takes 2 turns to do so, so I have to like live through that first. Okay. Take another 1 for that. We take another 2 for that. So as long as I live this next turn, I think I'll be fine. Because I have a lot of burn to the dome. Okay. Hmm. It's gonna be really annoying if they vindicate my thing. I'm trying to play it around vindicate here. Let me think. So I'm taking 12 automatically. I block here. I could just like block out and then like Shrap Blast once, and then like I can still activate this Shrap Blast again, so I don't need the patchwork, technically. Oh, come on. What is this? They gain one life for. Oh, come on, really? So if it didn't, oh my god, if it didn't just sacrifice my guy, oh, it's so annoying. Um, dang, the Ferocodon was doing really well there. Oh, Ferocodon, why? Also, my line really sucked. Actually, my line was way worse. Also, the double trap blast there. Ah. I forgot, like, I need an extra mana to activate all this. Or else to activate, kill. Oh, rally for the throne. See, Ferocodon is really good in this matchup. Yeah, I think I was just supposed to block. I was supposed to just block here and keep the Ferocodon back. And then... Actually, wait, let me think about that. Now, I was supposed to block, double Trap Blast, and then shoot him with the Shrine. Yeah, that was actually the actual line. That's annoying. Alright, well, maybe Whip Flare might be good enough here. Before the anthems get down. I doubt it's going to be good, but we're going to roll with that. Again, I don't like Rapid Battery here, but it's like a cheap artifact to Trap Blast. So maybe like the patchworks are a bit slow. I could see maybe playing Price of Progress. I don't really think so. Maybe like Combust. Just like kind of try to like combust some things. That seems like really bad. This actually doesn't seem that good. No, I don't like that. I don't really like that plan at all. Yeah, I was supposed to just double Trap Blast there. Yeah, I was supposed to block with the factory, block with all my artifacts, double Trap Blast because I had 4 mana available, and then their turn. But was supposed to sick rally for the throne? I don't know. Say it's okay. I'm gonna keep definitely another like shrine hand. The one up patchwork here. It's amazing. It's a bit of a slowish hand, but I am gonna try to set up patchwork reinforce run in. Sure. Kind of need that. How fast should I go here? I think I'm just gonna ignore. I'm gonna get in damage while I can, I think. I think I'm just going upstairs with everything. Maybe. Like, them are just lingering souls here, which is pretty good. Can negate a ton of creatures. Spectral Procession is also really good. I'm just gonna go upstairs here. I didn't know this was legal. I learned something new today. Big whip flare. Gonna take it. Gonna take that whip flare. Sure. Man, missing that land drop's pretty terrible. Oh my gosh. I'm actually drawing a card with this. Well, I mean, I could play this and then like maybe like try to grow it with the Ronin. This is not like a winning proposition though. Every card makes 2 cards here out of their deck. Their deck is incredibly redundant, or just makes their things really huge. All right, this actually helps a little bit. It's gonna help me draw a land, maybe. I love a land. Rapid Battery is at least pumps the patchwork. Beckon Apparition, absolutely. So now I have to block. I was thinking about not blocking, but I think I'm just dead. I think I'm honestly just dead to the flyer. But sad whip flare. All right. Brutal matchup. I just. I think I just couldn't expect Rally from the Throne game 1. Who could ever expect Rally from the Throne? Round 4. All right, round 4. Gonna play against. We're watching these people on the downtime. They're playing Blue Red Ascension. Can be interesting. I never played EDH casual. Oh, I did sometimes, but very rarely. But there were people I knew, so. I was gonna say I like this match, but I don't like it when I have 5 lands, so I'm gonna mulligan this hand. I want a nice aggressive start. Okay, so this hand's very slow, but I will keep this. I think we get a Rabbit Battery. It's just really weird on curve here. This is a very slow hand. Oops, all spells. I mean, no, not really. They're lands. The last thing I want to see is a turn 2 Pyromancer Ascension. Oh, they're going to see. Oh, wow. They paid the blue to do that. I think they know I'm playing mono red, but that's called scouting. Okay, my hand's actually really good. But except it's just slow. But I get to go like Shrine into this. Turn 2 Ascension's gonna be really annoying, but they don't have it. I'm gonna actually play the synthesizer there, but I think I want to wait for Patchwork. Or I might actually play Shrine. I might go just Shrine into that. That's fine. Okay, this could get countered. They are playing like lose focuses in their deck. But it doesn't. But they're also playing Repeal as well, so I have to like kind of worry about that. It's only the Patchwork though. Ooh, another Shrine's kind of nice. So I'm going to Patchwork into Synthesizer. Hope to draw a land here. They haven't played any Ascensions yet, so it's like I feel pretty good. It's still pretty reasonable about my position right now. Alright, they're going to Burst Lightning. They have to pay the 2 for the ward. Totally fine with this. It's all distracting for the Shrine. Alright, love to hit a land here. Okay, it's not the worst. Actually, I might just make a guy. And then if I don't hit a land drop here, I might just make a guy here. Aria Flame. That's a little annoying. I kind of need to put some damage on my opponent. They have taken 0, so it's already turn 5. But my hand was all tap lands. Alright, I'm actually am gonna pop this. Okay. So just set up the next turn. Sure. I think that's fine. I kind of worried about repeal, so I don't want to really leave this hanging. Aria does get going really fast, so I do need to kind of race it. Alright, Ascension is a little scary, but we'll see. Alright, Synthesizer. I'd like to hit a land, that'd be kind of cool. Ferocidon's interesting. I don't know if I really want to play that. I don't know how good it is. Hmm. I think I'm just gonna pass. I don't want to be repealed, but at the same time I have an Incinerate I want to use, so I don't know. I'm just gonna let it go. If they have repeal though, it's gonna be kind of a brutal blowout. I think I'm playing around repeal actually. If they tap out, then I'm just gonna incinerate them. Okay. Or they're just gonna kill me with this Pyromancer Ascension. And Aria. Let's see, incinerate takes them to 13. So 7. 11. I mean, I'm kinda short. The killing them with the shrine. Okay, this is probably gonna flip the Pyromancer Ascension here. I think they're cruising, actually. Okay. They had the perfect amount, wow. I think I'm dead. If this doesn't kill me, I don't know what will. Alright, it's a Frantic Search? Okay. I think I'm dead. Alright. I think I'm dead. Luckily, this doesn't trigger for copies. But this is also to draw them a million cards and make a million mana here. Alright. This at 6. They look at 2 cards. I am dead. Even if I like survive this turn, I'm dead next turn. They run out of mana for some reason. I'm definitely dead next turn. They only need 2 more spells to kill me. Well, this is what happens when you just give your opponent a million turns to do everything. My hand was incredibly slow, so I do deserve this. Alright. So I don't have much in the way of like sideboard for the deck like this. Usually you'd like to bring in like Graveyard Hate. I did see them play like Sprite Dragon, so maybe I want some bust. I've yet to bring in these Price of Progresses. Like this is where Lantern Lost seems a little better than Silent Gravestone, but it's kind of whatever. So I'm gonna bring in a couple from busts. Frostodon's like not super great. It's like a body to like attacks, but it's like kind of it's a bit slow. So they're not really gonna play creatures. So I'm just gonna bring this in just in case. And I like everything else. I just need to keep a nice aggressive hand. Um, I said I want aggression, but there's no like really amazing one. I would have to start with like Spitefield Hazard. I think I can mulligan. I think I can find a better 6. All right, this hand kind of slaps. I think I'll keep. I get rid of Maybe the Burst Lightning? I have to take a turn off of Ronaning, but the Patrick is like pretty good. Like Patrick on the play seems pretty great. Ooh, I found a second mountain too. That's gonna make a. Oh, I should have played mountain here. I kind of messed up because if I hit a land here, I'd want to play the land off the synthesizer. But we'll see. If I hit a land, I don't have to play the land out immediately. I can still play this land here. They can't kill this in any way, so once it gets to like a 3/3, it's gonna be pretty big. It's gonna be almost unkillable. Unless they have like a shatter effect. So yeah, I am gonna play the Ronin here. It kind of sucks to get rid of the Incinerate, but it's just like a snowball effect that I really want here. I guess I could like burst lightning this thing though. That'd be really annoying. Oh, they're gonna repeal. Okay. What are those are sideboarded? I don't know. Sure. But this time I have like a really aggressive hand, so I'm totally gonna race this Arya single-handedly. Wow, Ferocodon Arya is actually a terrible combo. A non-bo, as they say. Alright, I'm gonna activate the factory here. I'm just gonna get in. And next turn, I think I just killed him the Trap Blast. I don't know how they deal with like a 4/4 patchwork, other than just blocking it. All right. Oh, they didn't. I mean, I guess they could just Frantic Surge. I guess they can kill me right now, which is totally possible. Now they've played Izzet Boilerworks. It's pretty possible I just die here. They have to cast a lot of spells. 10 spells right now? I guess they have to count to 10 right now, right? No. Alright, Flame Slash paid for 2. I love that. I love that for us. Okay, they can't repeal anymore. Unless they have, like, Vapor Snag or Unsummon. Or Seal Sabotage, I guess. I can play around Seal Sabotage. Well, no, Seal Sabotage just bounces an artifact. I'll just come in with the factory here. This plays around a null. Well, they have Spell Pierce here. If you got it, you got it. Or Dispel or something, I don't know. Alright. You got it, you got it. See, that's the kind of hand I need to keep. Just a nice, like, 1-drop, 2-drop. Patrick actually does a lot of work in this matchup. So maybe I don't for Astalon if you're gonna, like, Arya me. I think, yeah, I think it's actually a big liability, but I don't know what to bring in otherwise. Like, sadly, Gravestone's not good. Not great against the deck. I could maybe play Price. Price seems not great. But I definitely don't want this against the Arya deck, so I need to cut it for a card. It's like the one of Price or the one of Gravestone is going to win me the game. And if I had to pick one, it's probably going to be the one of Price. I don't think they're actually bringing in Spray Dragons against me. It probably doesn't seem like a good pivot plan. So I could play a bunch of like Prices that's just like pseudo burn spells, like really bad burn spells. They're definitely better than Frostodons, I think. Yeah, I mean, this is awkward, but they have to be playing Sulfur Falls, right? So we'll see. So let's keep another great aggressive hand. It's more of like a shrine hand. I'm kind of down though. I am down to shrine them. I will keep. Although sequencing is gonna be a bit awkward because I have double spikes with hazard again. All right, I will play this hazard first, and then I can go like untap land for turn 2 and 3. I will start with the shrine. The shrine's the best card in my deck, but they are playing repeal, so maybe actually patchwork is better than shrine. Maybe I think so. Repeal is just kind of a big blowout for shrine. So yeah, I think I'm leading with patchwork. Oh my. I never thought I'd say that. Because it's going to take like 5 mana to kill this with a repeal. If they take their whole next turn killing the patchwork, then I guess I keep the shrine. It's not a big deal. Oh, I drew the Ronin too. It's actually big. Alright. Alright. So they spend all their time to do that. I'm totally fine with this. So now I get Shrine Ronin going. I've pretty much drawn enough lands, so I don't really need to play anything else. I like this deck because the hits keep coming. Like, it's very threat dense, which I do like in my red decks. And there's like certain synergies that kind of come through each facet of it, whether it be the artifact synergies, the red spell synergy. Play some more non-basics. Come on. At least my press progress is do 2 damage now. Alright. I'm going to synthesize a bunch of times, I think. Alright. I think for the most part, the Incinerate does the most damage here. So we'll just incinerate them. They can repeal the shrine at any time, though. It grows pretty fast. I might, for the rest of the game, just hold up 3 mana now. Because they have the Ronin. The Ronin is just, like, super good at just, like, pressuring them. Like, they definitely have to respect this. Like, I'm totally fine with that. Interesting. Sure. Somebody setting up a treasure cruise turn. Oh, they have Conflagrate in their graveyard. Flame Slash not really good against me. At least how my deck's constructed right now. Yeah, I have enough like cheap burn here to just kind of sit on the shrine forever. If they have like Trick Bind, that's gonna be pretty crazy. Or Wipe Away. Wipe Away be pretty insane. They can still play Repeal here, so just like don't have to do anything. Alright, I can play a Synthesizer. That's a free. That's basically a free card. I'll play this as a land. Actually, it helps you like Trap Blast kill them next turn. We've drawn all 4 Spikefield Hazards. Amazing. Honestly, no matter what they do now, I think I just kill them. Unless they have like a billion counter spells for the Trap Blast. They really have to go off next turn. Like, really hard. Okay, they're gonna repeal a Synthesizer. That's interesting. Sure. We get to leave the battlefield trigger. Shows a rapid battery. I do have to worry about lose focus or like a counterspell in general, but I think they might have just like eschewed counterspells for like all sorts of like different like removals. Now they're gonna see that they're kind of dead if they do anything. they see the blast, they see like all this burn. I'm never gonna tap out for 3. Okay, they're frantic searching. I guess I could still like win somehow. This would be a really long turn. I guess here's a route to victory with like Pyromancer Ascension and like they have a gigantic Conflagrate in the graveyard. Okay, Arya's not gonna do it. I think I'm pretty free to just like shoot them a bunch. I guess I have that boomerang. Can I get blown up by a boomerang here? I don't think they have boomerang. I'm not gonna put them on boomerang here. Yeah, it looks like they're conceding. Yeah. That was close. I don't know about the repeal. I guess they're trying to just draw something to try to like get out of the situation. But all right, on the top 4. Basically a Jeskai Jogops list with Soul Artifact and a bunch of artifact lands with Jogops as well, but way more like lower to the ground. Apparently, it's one of the bad matches for Mono Red. Maybe this is why because they have 5 commanders here. Shrine's pretty decent. But I don't know if I really want an aggressive start. Maybe I might just bank on the Shrine here. Actually, I am going to keep this. So let's see how good Shrine is here. I think sideboard I get better, but let's see. We'll see how it goes. I might just, like, dome them with the... I'm on the play, too, so it kind of helps with the Shrine. I think I might just dome them and play with Fire just to start the game off. Just go straight burn. My hand is not great. I think they're mulliganing. They mulliganed once, so let's just go upstairs. I'm gonna bottom that. It's a great bottom. Okay, we'll just draw. I mean, this is why you play these lands, because if you flood out, then they just become like small little pings. The worst thing I want to see is like an insult artifact on a land. It's hard to deal with. Ghostboard is really great against that, but they're going to use it on themselves to fix their mana. But Ghostboard is really great against Mishra's Factory. I think they're a Wildfire, yeah, just to start ramping. Hello, Resto Kiki. Just in the top 4 against Jeskai and Soul. See how it plays out. I love this draw like a Ronin here. Ronin would be a sweet draw. Fire's not bad either. But yeah, name the game, just burn them out before they get all their stuff online. I think I could do it. I mean, I feel pretty confident about just burning them out. Like, I'm fine racing this. I think I definitely have, like, the racing potential here with the Shrine. Alright, get a Scry. Don't want to see any more lands. So that goes on the bottom, too. Alright, they're holding Ghost Quarter for the Mishra's Factory, which is great. So I think I'm just going to try to burn them out with a bunch of Spike Field Hazards. I thought about playing the Spike Hazard to kick the Burst Lightning, but I don't know if that's worth it. Maybe I should have just attacked them just to kind of bait the Ghost Quarter, because it just like send them back a land. I don't know. No, I think I'm just gonna throw everything at them here. I don't think they have repeal. I don't think they're gonna play repeal. And they have some. They probably have like counter spells here, so I think I'm just gonna like throw everything at their face. Good old Magic. This is how Magic was intended. They have to counter something, right? These openers are like getting so bad in their hand. There's no way it's like they have to like counter something. I think they're just mathing it out. Okay, they're gonna take it. I love it. All right, I love Synthesizer here. Just kind of like a very innocuous sort of card. They get stubbed. Totally fine with that. If they have Condemn, this attack's really bad. But if they don't, this attack is pretty amazing. So, but if they have the Joggle Hops, if they have Joggle Hops, then I look stupid by popping this because so many spells kill there. So I'm gonna hold just in case they play land Joggle Hops. Okay, that was a great sign, but they can't really attack. I don't think any one-drop spell will kill with the Shrine. But I think I'm pretty much out of the clear here. Unless I die in 2 turns. I guess they could, like... okay, I was gonna say, I guess they could, like, insult artifact, but they couldn't, right? Okay, that's big. Huh. So if I draw an untapped land there, here, I kill them with the factory. I could also just increase my outs by just popping them with the Shrine right now. And then, like, because then I have so many outs. I don't have to hold up 3 mana. So I think I'm going to pop them with the Shrine right now, just to increase the amount of cards I can draw to kill them. Because any 2-drops, any 1-drop spell will kill them. So any 2-drop spell will kill them. That's a burn spell. So I think I just do this now and see what happens. That works. Unless they have Condemn, I guess. Well, I mean, if they wouldn't have played around this, they had Condemn, right? I don't know. I guess if they have Condemn, I die here. Alright, yeah. So, nice play from them. I could have actually held this back too, but I think I just get Joggle Hops. I was looking for a burn spell there. Well. Alright, close one. Let's go to game 2. Alright, in come the Shattering Blows. In come the Prices. Alright, Frostodon's not really where I want to be. Honestly, attacking halftime is really probably not where I want to be, but... Patchwork seems kind of slowish to get going. It's not a bad card, I don't think. It's hard to kill. It is kind of hard to kill, but it's a bit of I've actually been more impressed with this card the more I played it. I didn't think too much of it with like so few like artifact spells, but it's actually been pretty good. I kind of like just hasting out some things. Maybe Synthesizer can kind of go. Yeah, I kind of like this plan. I kind of like the full-on burn spell plan. Or maybe I just like go super low, just don't even play Patchworks and just like, yeah, maybe I just do like something like this. Try that. I'll try this. Let's see. This hand could be amazing if I draw a land. I think when I'm mulligan though, I think I can just find a better 7 or 6. Okay, this is a lot worse. All right, let's go to 5. Sure, I guess. I guess we'll have to do this. I will just do this. At least the play with fire can like find the second land. So I'm gonna bottom that. This is a bit unfortunate. Don't want to go out like this. Not like this. All right, synthesizer, help out here. Unless I draw the land. That is technically a land, but let's synthesize first. Okay, that also works. All right, I love that. I actually love that for them. I love the aggression here. They know that like the game is supposed to move very quickly. Now press brackets are really bad because I have two non basics in my hand in play. So it also like opens up stubborn denial for them. So I do like this play from them. All right. I don't know if they play Pariah, but if they do, yeah, the game is over. I don't know if these decks play Pariah anymore, but if they do, it's gonna be really good. Okay, it's another good one. I don't think they need Pariah when they're gonna kill me, so I think I'm okay with this. Though not having Pariah. So let's see. Shrap Blast, sack this. Maybe I draw a 1-drop spell off this. Okay, kind of. Not really like mana efficient though if I cast this. I don't know if there's any world I win this. Oh no, I could draw Shattering Blow. So I have to like burst lightning them here. And then draw Shattering Blow and just hope. Just hope. Aw. Alright. Well, that was an unfortunate mold to 5, but that is Magic in a nutshell. No wonder this matchup is so bad. Now I've learned why this matchup is terrible. Because you have to draw everything correctly. Or does not mold a 5. Well, I could have kept all those one-liners were like kind of reasonable to keep, but who knows. Alright, last match of the night. It's gonna be Teamer Jogelhops against Jeskai Jogelhops. They're way different flavors though of decks. Look at Land and Peanuts. It's the Teamer version that's up top here. I think the sweet thing about adding green is that you get like more of like the wildfire sort of cards and like Dire Straits Rampage. You also get to play World Shaper, which is pretty interesting. And some planeswalkers are pretty strong with the lands like Garrick and Nissa Worldwaker, which is probably they're pretty fond of. Shadow Waters versus Jeskai Jogelhops is almost like tempo-y in a sense that like it leads more on the Ensoul Artifact, Rise and Shine aspect of the deck, where it's more about like ensouling artifacts and like playing stuff like Stubborn Denial, just kind of like an aggro control style. So it's gonna be really interesting. This is more of like mid range, and this feels more like aggro control-y. So we'll see how this works out. The champion was actually Mills of Jogelhops, which is pretty funny. It's the Jogelhops is like not super amazing in this matchup, as both people have undestructible lands. Shadow Warden plays a Denic, which will actually block the champion with pretty well from the teamer deck. It's really funny. It's like I never thought that like this like indestructible land wildfire synergy would be really good in PD, but It's definitely like proven its worth in multiple decks. I mean, I guess like Rampant Growth plus draw a card is pretty good. You just have to like these like warped mana bases though. This is a big in Soul. Really only Spell Pierce. You get threatened by Spell Pierce there, so. Also, you know that like it's hard to remove because of they don't have like Jokel Hops. Although they could play like Dire Strain Rampage here, but it lets them ramp. They can get like two. They get a land though with it, so that's pretty nifty. I think they're more off are better off playing like Rise and Shine, as the lands are like super hard to deal with in general. They went for the Overloaded Rise and Shine, which is pretty huge, and that just wins the game on the spot. Wow. Did they just do that in open mana? That's so. That's pretty great. Sometimes you just get there. Oh, you know why? It's because in the main deck, the teamer deck doesn't play any counter spells, so they just felt like they could go for it. So this is interesting. The teamer deck doesn't really have much for like the mirror. It's just maybe like a couple of like counter spells and like negates. Like Invisible Surge is not even that good. I guess I could play like Return to Nature for Soul Artifact cards, but I don't know. They're not really set up for this mirror match or this pseudo mirror. The Jeskai deck, on the other hand, feels a lot better. Um, Maybe not. I mean, they have like cheaper counter spells like Stubborn Denial. They have access to Orm's Chant, which could be an interesting card. They don't have much to do against like Planeswalkers though, so I think a Resolve Planeswalker against against the Jeskai deck could be pretty good. Yeah, I think both players are just gonna not have Joggle Hops at all. It's really gonna be a matter of like Rise and Shine in Soul Artifact versus like the Planeswalkers out of the green version. There's also a fun card in the Teamer version that's playing Thopter Spy Network, which a lot of like all pretty much all the Joggle Hop style decks have access to blue, but none of them play Thopter Spy Network except for the Teamer deck. Might be just like a pet card. Yeah, Rise and Shine. It's kind of a nightmare because it's like if it resolves, the ability just stays there. It's much like a Nissa +1, where it's like the ability just like lingers on. There's nothing really you can do. But like, Shadow Order has a lot to do with the mirror. Like their deck is like way more set up in these like Joggle Hopsy mirrors. So we'll see. Oh my god, Nimbus just came back. Okay. Focus. All right, Wildfire, great start. I think you just want to ramp as hard as you can. Or Shadow Water go from here. So the Ghost Warrior can fix their mana base and probably get an island. They'll probably also Wildfire. Oh, they're getting Soul. That's a early in Soul. But then it sets up their plan of like holding up like Stubborn Denial just to protect the threat. This is like the aggro control style that really they get to really like take advantage of with like 4 in Soul and 4 Rise and Shine. But they found the Return to Nature for the Ensoul, so that's pretty good. Alright, Dire Strain's gonna turn one land into two. Basically a Harrow. Sorcery speed Harrow. It's kind of weird to counter this, especially since that's flashback, but and you don't even care about Jokel Hops really, right? Because you can't care about it. But they're gonna stub it anyway. Yeah, it's better Harrow. I guess they're worried about their own like Rise and Shine. So if they like Rise and Shine, like whoever Rise and Shines first probably wins. Both decks have access to Rise and Shine, so I think this is now the weird cat and mouse game of like what do we do? Start trying to drop bombs. I think it's a teamer plan. They're gonna Izzet Charm. Yeah, the Jeskai deck has just like access to way more counter spells, so it's we'll have to see. Right, they found the Soul. They're gonna correctly enchant the red white land as they can hold a blue now for Stubborn Denial. Now they have 1 mana negates, presumably. What avatar is this? Facts, that's Metamorph, really? This is Word of Command, yeah. All right, Champion Woods gets to stand in front of the Rustfield Bridge, which is pretty great. I think that's like exactly where they want to be. Like you love this as a block, because then you get to like internalize this and just like get another block out. But they're not even attacking. That's interesting. They're not even giving them the value of putting it in the graveyard. All right, they're gonna try to jam another Nissa here. That's get stubbed. This is such a funny stare down, though. It's like there's no way you give them the opportunity to like draw 4 cards here, so you just like never attack. Oh, I love this flashback. Dire Strain does take out Shaman's artifacts for lands. This would eliminate the Rustfield Bridge threat. And then the champion just kind of comes through. All right, Factor Fiction in response to the attack. I think they might have been looking for um like a condemn. I don't know what to do with this pile, but they're going lands and spells. Pariah, Denick versus the 3 lands. I think they're thinking of the Pariah being like the scariest card, but they took the 2. It's funny because like Denick in the graveyard is not a big deal, so you're really drawing 4 cards, or maybe like 3.5 with a disturbed Denick. But I think they're really leaning towards Pariah. But I mean, like the green deck has up to like 5 disenchants. It's like 7 with like the Dire Strains, and they're just gonna keep like looting with these champions. So they discarded the 3rd Nissa. Oh my goodness! So they're all in on these champions. But Denick is great at blocking Champion of Wits. I love this attack. I actually love an attack here. You want to just get these in the graveyard now. And presumably, if they just discarded their own like Jokel Hops, like they kind of have to get them in the graveyard somehow. So here we go. Here's like the weird like pseudo mid-rangey like attack with my derby guys until someone blocks plan. They're gonna oust the World Shaper, which lets them attack with the Denic, bringing it to 16 all. But I mean, the champions are gonna win that race all day. And you have to imagine that like both decks definitely boarded out all their Wraths and all their like Jolo Hopses. Ooh, Dr. Surrender, it's gonna be a big game if this resolves, actually. We were talking about this earlier, but this is a super grindy card. It's hard, it's kinda hard to deal with. Alright, they go with Elusive Focus with 3 replicates. Alright, so 2 Denics don't make a right. But they can disturb one of the Denics here. They get a 3-2 flyer in the battlefield. I'm actually more surprised they still have Denic in their deck, but they don't really need to cut it, I suppose. Well, they're going for the Overloaded Rise and Shine. And that might be game. Like, there's... Okay, so maybe not. So, Shadow Warrior sells the Pariah. So, if they find, like, an Insult Artifact and Pariah the same land... Oh, they found a Cluto. Oh, they get to investigate here. So if they can find, like, a Rise and Shine of their own, plus Pariah, they could, like, stall this game out for a really long time. But they need to find it, like, pretty much now. I guess they also have, like, Orm's Chant here. They're going to Orm's Chant them for a turn. They're going to Lantern. I think they're just going to try to redraw. Alright, they're still looking for the Insult Artifact here, or Rise and Shine. Winds of Abandon! Oh no, they found the Winds of Abandon. Oh, the ultimate counter to Rise and Shine. That is such a blowout. Oh my gosh. I forgot about Winds of Abandon. Now I think they're just like stone raining with this. Oh, that was just. I think no, they found the forest. I think. Oh no, that was actually just script line there. But I guess like World Shaper, like if it dies somehow, it gets the lands back. This is actually a very costly attack. It's not just like I guess like milling the wildfire is not that bad. Ooh, big condemn. Quiet disrespect. Alright. Big cruise. I gotta find something to do now. Okay, they found. So that's the thing. They like already got rid of like 3 Nissas. They need maybe they have like a Garrick to find. They have to win the game. The Thopter Spider is gone. They've got to win the game somehow. This is a Dedic Pious apparition. Might be go all the way here. But I think they also have their own overloaded rights. Oh, they have treasure cruise, even better. Alright, Ponder. Just trying to still come back from that huge Winds of Abandon overload. Alright, this is now a 2-turn clock. Could this single Dedic go all the way? Alright, they found another World Shaper. Doesn't block the Dedic very well, so I think we're pretty fine with just letting it happen. Also, they're down to like 18 cards, so if they build another like really big win condition, like it's gonna be wild. They still have the Pariah too. The game is just Pariah the World Shaper. If they really wanted to. They kept the Jokel Hops in. Oh my goodness. That actually kills the Dedic. And also with the World Shaper, it's still pretty decent. Oh, this might be a big lose focus. I think that might be game. Unless they have something like an Autumn's Veil, which they don't have in their deck, but... I'm actually really surprised they kept the Jokel Hops in their deck, but I guess for like things like this... Oh, they built a creature with gave them a card. That's so funny. Alright. One life to live here with this Dedic. They're going to go for the Rise and Shine Overload. They found the Surgery. Which does exile all of them. I mean, if the last card like combusts though, this is gonna be pretty big. Wow, Dedic did it! Just guy wins. That's crazy. Crazy match, actually. That was actually pretty crazy. Yeah, that was a really big Winds of Abandon though. But yeah, that was pretty great though. Yeah, but yeah, final thoughts on this deck. I thought it was okay. We went what do I go 3-2. I mean, I think the Jets guy Joker Hops list is like the most like aggro out of the three that are popular, like Jets guy, Grixis, and like Teamer or whatever. So maybe I just want like the max amount of shattering blows. I really don't know. I think I'm just supposed to price them out most of the time, but maybe I just don't care about Delver. I don't know, but like I liked all my other matchups. I thought like Froston's really good. I don't know if it's like worth it to just be like half affinity, half red deck. Maybe just go one way or the other. But like I don't like the derpy affinity side of like drawing like Ornithopter, Signal Pests, or whatever. You can draw a bunch of Ornithopters and do nothing else with that deck, and maybe just red deck is just better. Like but I had a lot of fun just shrapnel blasting people. I think it's like kind of like the reason I tried to play this because of shrapnel blasts and like Ronin battery is pretty good. Yeah, it's like the Jeskai decks are just like so like unique in the sense that like they're more of just like making a 5/5 and just killing you with it over and over. So I don't know if I need a ton of shattering blows. Like if you want to play red deck, I think like the reason it is that's like you have access to Price of Progress, which is really really strong. And Froston actually did a lot of work in a lot of matchups too. So yeah, I don't know what I changed. I'm not sure if I would consider this for the P500. I think it's a reasonable choice. Not like this deck in particular, but I think the archetype in general is pretty decent and a little bit underplayed. So I think of like I think someone can just like cheese their way with a bunch of burn spells. Shrine, which was great. Shrine was still pretty great. Um, I definitely like missed on a burn spell on the semifinals. Like if I draw any burn spell, I win like on the spot. But I didn't. So that's what red deck comes down to sometimes. Sometimes you just have to like draw the spell. Who knows?